Former Carroll County prosecutor Robert Ives supposedly said the crime scene was non-secular and mentioned it on Instagram Live, and apparently non-secular was mentioned in an article which was then later omitted. Robert Ives has described the crime scene as strange or unusual in an interview, which doesn't necessarily mean the crime scene was non-secular, just strange or different. Ives has also said in an interview that he did not believe it was a planned crime and said he just can't see how it could be a big master plan. His statement doesn't suggest that he believed the crime was a pre-planned Odinist ritualistic sacrifice. David Erskine, one of the volunteer firefighters who helped find the girls, said in a Facebook message that Libby was found nude and her top half was covered with leaves and sticks, almost like the killer was trying to cover her. He also said in a Facebook message that Abby was found dressed and was wearing the same clothes as what she was wearing from the bridge picture posted to Snapchat at 2:07 p.m. by Libby. The former Assistant Chief of Rushville, Indiana Police, Todd Click, recently made a short statement to Murder Sheet claiming that no one in law enforcement believes the murders were a ritualistic sacrifice. The information from the Frank's Motion Memorandum alluded that the girls were murdered in some kind of ritual sacrifice by Odinists because runes were placed on them which were in the form of tree branches, and that an F written in blood was on the tree just behind Libby. I'm not sure how Todd Click's statement doesn't not exclude Odinists being involved, given that the memorandum was very suggestive of the murders being a ritual sacrifice of some kind, with Odinites being involved in the murders. The 5 individuals mentioned in the memorandum may have actually been cleared by DNA, and the defense did not reveal or know about that information. There'd be no reason for the police to ignore them as persons of interest and potential suspects if they committed the murders and Richard Allen did not, unless you believe that Richard Allen is being framed. There was no mention of the 3 juvenile witnesses who saw Richard Allen in the Frank's Motion Memorandum, and Richard Allen, who in his own words put himself at the trail in the time period the 3 juvenile witnesses would have seen him. Rick Allen had admitted to investigators that he saw these girls and walked past them, but denied seeing the victims. There's a rumor going around that a man who lived on Bicycle Bridge Road was the person who was Young Guy Sketch, and that's who Betsy Blair allegedly saw. If this is true, then either the police were confused or this rumor is bogus, because he was known about early on after the crime occurred in 2017. There would be no need to release the Young Guy Sketch in 2019 if the sketch was indeed LM, or it's possible they found that out after the 2019 press conference, and people who believe there's corruption in the investigation might be inclined to believe that. If there's actual proof of this, I'd like to see it, but I'm very, very skeptical of anything spread around on Reddit and Facebook nowadays.